poor people of Ryanair. Yes, this is exactly what they want, isn't it? Now, this is Ryanair's CEO, Michael O'Leary, the crazy guy who was able to make our flight tickets on Ryanair cost €5. By finding good ways to save money on flight. By, for example, adding the safety cards into the seats, printing them in so no one can steal them and you have to replace them. Or by, for example, removing the seat pocket in front of you, because then you can save valuable time and money for having to empty out those seat pockets after every flight here. You know, the turnaround cycle shrinks down. You can do more flights in shorter amounts of time. No more cleaning needed. But, well, Michael wants to take this even further. We all probably know this clip of him explaining some things he might think that would make sense for his low-cost airline.
Did you really want to charge to use toilets on Ryanair planes? Yes or no?
Yes, but not because I want the money. We'll give the money away to charity. I want to get rid of we have 3 toilets. If I can get rid of the 2 toilets at the back of the planes, I can add 6 extra seats. With 6 extra seats, I can lower everybody's airfare by another 5% all year round.
Yes, sir, buddy. How clever. We're talking about proper design changes in the cabin. It's true, the 737 has 3 lavatories, 2 in the back and 1 up here. Michael O'Leary plans on keeping this 1 in the front and removing those 2 in the back. And we can see that if we were to remove the seats all the way, we could fit 2 more rows, 6 more Ryanair seats, and so we can fit more people onto the airplane. Now, the single lavatory that will be left is the 1 in the front, and the reason why he wants to have it paid for is so that people are less inclined to use the bathroom, so that there is not a line. I mean, come on, if you're on a 2-hour flight, you might as well just, go to the bathroom before the flight. And this could be an incentive. Anyway, removing these 2 lavatories right here are kind of like the most innocent of his plan.
Did you want to make some passengers stand on planes to fit more people in, a la the tube?
Yes.
How safe is that?
Very safe.
Yes, sir, buddy. Removing seats that people can stand, I guess you'd be able to fit more.
Funny enough, what we wanted to do was to take out about the last 10 rows of seats. But wait for it. We take out the last 10 rows of seats and we guarantee that we'd have a standing cabin and a seated cabin. The seats would be €25, the standing cabin would be €1. I guarantee you we will fill the standing cabin first.
And to people who say, that sounds a little risky?
It would be on long transatlantic flights, on 1-hour hops across the Irish Sea where the weather is known, you're not dealing with turbulence or anything else.
My question is, would you book a standing seat, a standing spot on the 737 for €1? I probably would. I would pretty much do anything to fly. Yes, Michael O'Leary wants to indeed get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 rows, which is quite a lot. Half the airplane being standing seats. Today, I thought we would simulate that. How many people could then fit on the 737? No, genuinely, this is quite easy to simulate here, of course. I'm really interested in seeing how will the plane perform, especially with all the more people in the back of the airplane, in terms of the center of gravity. I might actually say, if you have enough Americans standing here, the airplane will just tip over. Now, this is all very simple. Let's just cut the cabin short here. Yes, perfect. And now it's time to add people in that stand there. Adding people in. It's getting more and more crowded. Okay, that's a lot of people here. Great. All right, so welcome aboard our beautiful new 737. Everybody, we've got a crowd of people here. Well, the people here sitting on the very I haven't really done the texturing properly. Look at the glossy seats here. Yes, look at her sitting in luxury because she's sitting. Meanwhile, we've got the poverty line over here. Look at all those poor people standing there like a very, very overcrowded bus. Like, genuinely overcrowded bus. Now, I haven't really done the texturing right. Everyone's kind of oiled up here. Jesus, they're very oiled up. It's very attractive. Holy moly. Anyway, I kind of tried to fit in as much people as I could, but you have to consider those are very small people. Because the biggest problem here is that the overhead bins are not really, good for tall people at all. I mean, they are probably like 160 centimeters above ground. So we're talking about minions here. If you were to actually stand up in a 737, you notice that you bump your head. Anyway, we could just remove these anyway. I really tried fitting in as much people as I could here in the 10 rows. And yes, we do have a lot of people in comparison to the 10 rows that would have 30 seats. Now the question really is how many? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19, 20, 22, 33, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Alrighty, we've been able to fit a whopping 91 passengers in the last 10 rows. 3 times more. Great. No, genuinely, that's quite scary, though. I've done a little bit of calculation of what a normal, person weighs. We've just added 6 tons of people in the back. Just here behind the landing gear, and that really shows in the plane's center of gravity here. Look at that. We have got the dot is definitely behind the landing gear. That might be a little bit. We might end up doing a tail strike or something. Let's go full power here. Yes, you can do it. Flaps 1-5. People are chatting in the back. The crowd of people. Imagine how loud it is to have people in this close proximity. You could do like a concert. Okay, 80 knots is fine. We're doing great. All right, there we go. Oh, that just happens here with the new Ryanair configuration. This airplane is now quite heavy. So yes, it is true. You can fit 3 times the amount of people if you were to make the last 10 rows standing cabin. Now, would people actually book into it? Probably yes again, even though it must be very, very scary, especially on landing. We all know how Ryanair landings go. Now, Flight Sim is quite special. It can simulate a lot of stuff, but it cannot simulate neck hurting. Am I right, sir? Yeah, look at you, fancy pants here. These people here are normal people, working class. Like, this is kind of the place you get stomped to death. But I do wonder now, how many people could the 737 carry? What if we got rid of all the seats? Let's do it. I mean, this is very simple, really. Just get rid of the whole other 30 million seats. All right, let's just get rid of this, and let's get rid of the seats here. Perfect. All right, let's reload into the new airplane. I think my computer's gonna die because according to my calculations, 3 times 90. According to my calculations, we're about to have 300 people in a 737. Hello, poor people of Ryanair. Yes, this is exactly what they want, isn't it? Everybody, now 300 people in a 737 that weighs 22 tons at least, just of people. Now, we have removed a little bit of seats, so that's a little bit of weight saved, but this is still very much interesting. But luckily enough, even 300 people aren't able to bring this airplane to maximum takeoff weight. This plane should actually perform quite well still, despite 300 people in this plane. Weight really isn't the issue of filling up a Boeing airplane like that. You know, you do save a little bit of weight here, not having to put in seats or anything at all. It's just really a matter of, will this ever become reality? And I don't think so at all. After all, this will never be certified. Thinking of the details that the EASA would have to certify. Oh my god, we're not even able to take off. Actually, I might have overestimated. Oh god. Come on, 737. Bridge! Okay, we've killed now 300 people instead of 180. I mean, every seat has to have a safety card in front of it. But what if there isn't a seat at all? You'd have to print them on the wall, but not everyone can see them. I don't know how that all works regulatory-wise. There's no way anyone would ever approve this. No, this will be a mass panic, especially when you come in for a landing. Anyway, for the sakes of this plane, let's go ahead and land it here. 300 people, that's a lot of clapping. You can make a whole concert out of this. This is just odd. Imagine flight turbulence. Oh, I forgot about the fact that it needed to be seat belted in for takeoff and landing and taxi. How does that work when you don't have a seat belt? How is that going to work out? Great. All right.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh my god! Holy moly! That was the hardest landing. That would have killed someone. Genuinely, that would have killed someone in the cabin. Holy, I'm so sorry, fellas. Don't look at me like that. Oh, we've landed so hard, in fact, that we lost the nose landing gear. Jesus Christ. Welcome aboard Ryanair. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters. Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Fanner, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.